We begin Cato the Younger from Plutarch's Lives, translated by John Dryden, revised by Arthur Hugh Clough. The family of Cato derived its first lustre from his great-grandfather, Cato, whose virtue gained him such great reputation and authority among the Romans, as we have written in his life. As Cato was by the loss of both his parents left an orphan together with his brother Capio and his sister Porcia. He had also a half-sister, Servilia, by the mother's side. All these lived together and were bred up in the house of Livius Drusus, their uncle by the mother, who at that time had a great share in the government, being a very eloquent speaker, a man of the greatest temperance, and yielding in dignity to none of the Romans. It is said of Cato that even from his infancy in his speech, his countenance, and all his childish pastimes, he discovered an inflexible temper, unmoved by any passion, and firm in everything. He was resolute in his purposes, and, much beyond the strength of his age, to go through with whatever he undertook. He was rough and ungentle towards those that flattered him, and still more unyielding to those who threatened him. It was difficult to excite him to laughter. His countenance seldom relaxed, even into a smile. He was not quickly or easily provoked to anger, but if once incensed, he was no less difficult to pacify. When he began to learn, he proved dull and slow to apprehend, but of what he once received, his memory was remarkably tenacious, and such, in fact, we find generally to be the course of nature. Men of fine genius are readily reminded of things, but those who receive with most pains and difficulty remember best every new thing they learn, being, as it were, burnt and branded in on their minds. Cato's natural stubbornness and slowness to be persuaded may also have made it more difficult for him to be taught. For to learn is to submit and have something done to one, and persuasion comes soonest to those who have the least strength to resist it. Hence, young men are sooner persuaded than those that are more in years, and sick men than those that are well in health. In fine, where there is least previous doubt and difficulty, the new impression is most easily accepted. Yet Cato, they say, was very obedient in his preceptor, and would do whatever he was commanded. But he would also ask the reason and inquire the cause of everything. And indeed his teacher was a very well-bred man, more ready to instruct than to beat his scholars. His name was Sarpedon.